So I really appreciate the positive feedback from my last video. And I have some more thoughts regarding precious metals and cryptocurrencies and investing, so forth. So with the precious metals, as we discussed, that silver hasn't done much. Gold's gone up a tiny amount in the last year, but there has to be something really fundamentally that will change to make silver go up. There's got to be some kind of new technology. There's got to be some type of a new buzz, some type of new big event for silver to really go up. And these are things that I guess I can't predict really. But anyhow, Josh Galt is saying that platinum is the precious metal to buy now. If you look at the price of platinum, go to Kitco, look at its price history. It's at a low, especially compared to other precious metals. Now, there's a lot going on with the catalytic converters being the primary driver of this price, and so forth. But just this trade's been on the table for a while. There's a trade, the gold to platinum ratio trade, has been hot for a long time. So there's been a lot of people who've been shorting gold and going long platinum for like a while, like years possibly, and the ratio just hasn't gone back to where it was. So maybe it's one of those things where the market can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent type of thing. But that's what's been going on with like gold and platinum. And I do want to say about speculative investments that have a high upside and a high downside. Most people lose a lot of money in a speculative bubble. Most people do really bad, and a few make a lot of money. So, people are saying, "Oh, I wish I got in." Well, when would someone have got in? When it hit 20 and fell to 1? When it hit 200 and fell down? When it went up? But what happens is basically you have to see how this whole thing plays out with like Bitcoin, and then see who did good and who did bad. I'm sure there's a lot of like multimillionaires who got in at the right time. But really, considering that most of the people who invest in these things will lose a lot of money, that's kind of why I'm like really hesitant to talk about them or recommend them. When it comes to like silver, right? I mean, silver, a lot of people bought at 30 or higher, and now it's like 15. So losing half of your value in an investment in this time period, that really hurts, and it's a bummer. But like losing like 99% of your money, I mean, that's like really that like hurts your psyche. When silver was going up, those of us who got in, before it went up, it gave like a rush. Like it was like a type of a high where you feel like on top of the world constantly. You feel really smart, and it's just like a big rush. Like a psychological impact was amazing. And then of course when it falls, you feel the flip side of that. So I mean, the big elation up and then the down, kind of, it's great, it sucks, but imagine that feeling magnified by like 1,000 times or so. You're talking about, it really impact your personality and really impact, especially if you end up on the wrong side of it. I just something like that, because anybody can make a cryptocurrency. Like literally, when I say anybody, I mean I got buddies on YouTube who made their own cryptocurrency, right? So it's not like it's unique or whatever. It's just that there's certain ones that a lot of people have their eye on. I do think that banks or governments or corporations will use this kind of technology in the future. But it's kind of like the way it is right now. It's like a speculative bubble, and there are a lot of people who made millions of dollars in it. No denying that. But for every person who became a Bitcoin millionaire, how many people have gone bust for that to happen? Because basically, it's a transfer of money from one hand to another. Silver's the same way. You transfer from one hand to another, but the stuff also gets consumed, and the stuff actually has value. Silver is used in electronics, so if you're bummed out that your silver went down in price, well, someone will buy it and put it in your iPhone, and then you know, it's got, yeah, this discussion's been gone over a lot before. But really, I just wanted to do kind of like a follow-up video. And I really appreciate the comments because when that silver thing was happening, I felt really connected with a lot of people. It felt like we had a community. It felt, you know, we were on top of the world. And then when the price fell down, people dropped off. And then it was like the party's over for a lot of people. And it impacts the mood. Like I was so my mood was soaring so much when that was going up. I was making those videos. You could see my enthusiasm. Now I'm like, I still have enthusiasm, but it's not quite the same thing, because when you think that you're making a lot of money from these things, it really impacts your mood. So thanks for watching and be well.